Alright, what's up everyone? In today's video I will show you guys how to make a in today's video I will show you guys how to make spaghetti pizza, okay, or it's PizzaGhetti. I was actually inspired by this Korean instant frozen dish that I saw the other day at the grocery market, and I saw reviews on it and they said it's kind of disappointing, you know, I don't know, like, I just didn't see too many good reviews on it, but I thought if I recreate it with more ingredients and make it a little bit more filling, I guess, I thought it would be fun. And it seemed like a really easy recipe for me. So without further ado, let's start. This is my second time starting this video, so my onion is here already. Because I thought it was recording, but it actually wasn't. Thank God I caught it in the beginning, right? Oh my gosh, if this happened again, I'm not gonna eat another dish. Because last time, if you guys saw my shrimp burger, yeah, that was my second time filming it, which means that was like my third or fourth burger. So, just going to saute a little bit of onion, and I'm going to add ketchup and Worcestershire. I'm gonna mix a little bit of both to make the pizza sauce. So this is not really authentic, like adding only pizza sauce. But when I was growing up, we used to make pizza on just a loaf of bread. And instead of using pizza sauce, we used ketchup and saute with onions. It was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed that better sometimes than regular pizza. Because as kids, you know, you just love ketchup. I did at least, you know. I was lots of ketchup because I have a lot of spaghetti. Sounds disgusting. I think that's good for now. I'm gonna add more later. Going to add the sauce. Going to add, I don't know how much. That much for now. Ooh. Ooh, the smell! It's bringing back old memories, you know. Down here, I'm going to add, maybe not all of it, just a little bit of spaghetti. Really dry. Like a little bit more. I am not done because, okay, so I forgot to add the bacon, okay. I have to cook the bacon here for a little bit. When I live streamed on Sunday morning, and you know, there were like 500 people. That's still a lot, but it's definitely not as much as when I do on weekends at night. But I prefer that. It was actually really fun. Like, you know, like the chat box wasn't as like crazy, and it wasn't exploding as much as on weekends. And I get to actually read your comments and questions, and I get to answer it. And I get to really talk to you guys about stuff, and I get to see your opinions and things. So it was really fun. La la la. Let's see how this tastes. Wow, that's tasty. I thought it was a little bland, but this is actually really perfect. In fact, I could just add a little bit more spaghetti. Yeah. I am going to add some sweet corn. Yeah. I know this might not be really, I know many people are not familiar with this type of pizza topping, but I don't know, this is something that I did grow up with, and whenever you eat this pizza bread that Korean pastry stores sell, you guys will, if you guys tried that before, this is probably not that, you know, that weird, I guess. Okay. Then I'm going to add some hot dog sausages. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Okay. Add some paprika or bell peppers, I don't know, for some color. Ooh. Oh yeah. So hard. Ooh. Lots and lots of mozzarella. Oh yeah. Like honestly, you can't go wrong with this dish. Like it has to taste good, you know? You have cheese, you have ketchup, you have hot dog sausages. You can't go wrong. Nope. Yay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I have some cooking torch. I don't know if this is gonna... I'm going to cover this up a little bit so the cheese will melt. Shouldn't take too long. Let's eat! Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh my god. I think if you guys have instead of kind of letting it sit for the cheese to melt, I think if you guys can toss like whatever plate you're using, it says if you can put it in the oven, definitely recommend that because the bottom is crusting a little, so my spaghetti is getting kind of hard. Other than that, it's oh wow. For today's drink, I have 2%. It's peach flavored water. So yummy. I kind of want to go live stream right now because I want to talk to you guys. But the other day, I don't know, I just had a really good weekend. The whole Father's Day, and I was actually on live stream, and it was working good. Because when I don't know if I don't know if anyone will remember, but when I was back in my parents' house, I live streamed once, and it was horrible because I didn't know how to work it. It was slow, you know, like I didn't talk much because I just felt awkward and I didn't know how to kind of go along with it, you know. But this weekend, I had so much fun. But it was really fun because when Mommy Tang was streaming, I visited her live stream, and you know it was really fun talking to her. You know, it's kind of interesting, like you know, like she mentions me in her videos once in a while. But when we were live streaming, she was actually like directly talking to me. So me and my boyfriend were watching. We're like, oh my god, this is so much fun. And the other night, I was live streaming in the morning on Father's Day, and Mommy Tang visited, so it was really fun. So yeah, if you guys ever catch us on live stream, like definitely go check her out, check me out. I think even Justine, Eat with Justine, she goes on live often, but I always miss her. I always see the, what do you call it, like the recorded version of it. So if I catch her ever, I'm gonna go see her. my goodness. But today I wanted to talk about, I was worried. See, like as I try to, like when I plan my mukbang and my menus, I of course have to think about what I want to talk about. Because in that way I feel like my mukbang is a little bit more smoother and I talk better, I guess, or I just know what I just know what I'm talking about instead of trying to think of what I want to talk about at the moment. Today, and the more I think, and as you, I'm not sure that everyone can, I don't know if any other mukbangers can agree, but it's really hard to pick a topic because sometimes it's just like, oh my god, I wonder what, if this is a sensitive topic. I don't know if like someone, let's say if I'm talking about someone, like would they watch my videos and would they be offended, stuff like that. But like, you know what, I'm just telling a story. I'm not saying anyone's name, and I wanted to, if I want to share a part of my life, if I want to like kind of, like share what I learned, what I did wrong in the past, I think it's okay. So if you're watching this video, if you feel offended, I'm sorry, but it happened in the past. I'm just sharing it so that maybe some people won't do the same thing. So when I first moved out, within a couple months, I hit bottom with money, and it was to the point where like I had to mooch off of my boyfriend a little bit. He had to help me out a little. He had to help me out a lot. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have my apartment for sublease, so that hopefully, I can just like live with my boyfriend a little until I save money, because I don't want to let my parents know that I was struggling, and I don't want to go back to their house, And if anything, I didn't want to take my parents' money. And my boyfriend thought the same. That's why he helped me. So my apartment was up for lease, and my friend, like within a couple of days, even a week, I didn't hear anything, and my friend actually texted me. She's saying, "Hey, I'm looking for an apartment to move out because she was struggling herself too with her parents." And she's like, is this your apartment for sublease? I'm like, yeah, it is. She's like, oh, and she basically said she wants to move in sublease. But the mistake I made was, instead of having her sublease my place through like the company, she subleased it, as in she just goes move in there and she pays me and I pay the rent. But when you sublease it through a company, the rent she needs to pay, like my friend needs to pay directly to the company instead of going through me. So it was more unofficial sublease move-in for her, It was a big mistake because we were like negotiating and she said she's willing to pay this much for sublease. Obviously it wasn't as much as how much the real rent cost. But at the moment I couldn't wait another week or a month for someone to come into my apartment for sublease. So I was like, you know what? This should be okay. It should be okay. Like I paid the rest of it, but she paid as much as she can. And I thought it would be okay. I thought it would be at least better than nothing. It was a big mistake. Okay. In the beginning, we were struggling with okay, what day do you want me to pay? Like, what day do you want me to give you money? What day do you want me to send, the rent money? Like, and, if I pick a day, it didn't work for her. If she picks a day, it didn't work for me. So that we were kind of clashing from there already. But we settled on a date, and I was like, okay. And like next month, she forgets. I'm like, hey, you forgot to send me money. She's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll go to the bank right now. I'm like, okay. And then she goes to the bank, whatever, and then she sends me money. And the next month, she misses it again. And the next month, she's like out of town, whatever. And I find out through like social media that she's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. So she didn't even tell me, but I actually contacted her first. She's like, hey, I heard, are you gonna be out of the town? So how are you gonna pay me? She's like, oh, like I'm gonna do it automatically. Like I already scheduled this so I can, automatically send it to you on this date. So I was like, okay, sure. And that day came, and I didn't receive any money. And I tried to contact her, but she was out of country actually. So I had no way, and like to contact her. I tried to like message her in different ways. Obviously she didn't have service there, so she couldn't, get back to me. So I was like, okay, what the fuck, this is like already like third, fourth month she did that, and it was really getting mad. I was getting really mad, and to the point where like, man, this girl is so irresponsible. And at the same time, I couldn't blame anyone else but myself, because if I did this up least more officially, like it's all her problem missing her payment. But because she had to pay me and I had to pay the company, if I miss it, it's obviously it comes down to me. Literally, for that amount of time, I was like, oh my god, I'm never doing this again. It's so stupid of me. Because, and I remember my mom telling me, if you're lending money to your friend or family, you gotta be really strict, because it can ruin the relationship, which was really, really true. Because until the end of our lease is over, I was kind of like not happy with the stuff that she did. Like, she didn't meet the dates, she didn't, like send me the money on time, or she forgot to do this and that. The stuff that I already told her to do. So, I'm not saying it's completely her fault, it's my fault too for just letting this whole thing happen. Like, before that, we were like pretty good friends, and I feel like now, it's just like, I don't even talk to her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to me. And I'm not saying that it's all her, it's me too, of course. Like, I let it happen. I was too stupid. Kind of like doing the whole like money stuff with my friend. If you're gonna do it, you gotta be really good about it. And I remember someone telling me that if you're lending your friend money, lend money thinking that you'll never get it back. And of course, it's a different story if you're lending the thousands of dollars, maybe even hundreds of dollars. It's different, but if you're letting them borrow like 20, 30 bucks, like, give them money just expecting to not get it back. Because the reason is because if you expect them to pay you back within a week, within a month, and if they don't, that's when you clash, That's when you and your friend stop talking to each other, and you guys start having hard feelings, and you'll be like, where's my money? And your friend's gonna be like, okay, like, hold the fuck up, like, I'll give it to you. Kind of thing. So, like, I learned a hard way that you just never, lend money to your friend, or like, don't let money get into your relationship. I borrowed money from my best friend, like, once. And, it wasn't small enough to, like, kind of get away with it. Like, it wasn't like $5, $10. It was like $200. I had to borrow it. It was an emergency. And this was a while ago. And, obviously she let me borrow it. And I told her, hey, I'll give it to you by this day. And, I could see that she was, like, trying to make sure that I didn't forget and all. And even that, honestly, even that, like, I mean, she had every right to say that, like, even remind me that I owe her this much money. But even her just like talking to me about it, like, really did annoy me. Like, I had no right to, because obviously I borrowed her money and I promised to give it back. I'm like, okay, hold up, like, I will give it to you. I didn't forget it, you know. So I could really see why. Like, family though, I don't know. Family, I have no problem with lending money if I have enough, because when I give my family money, it's probably not. I'm not letting them borrow. I'm probably just giving it to them. Like, you know, I just feel more comfortable that way. I don't want them to feel bad, because when I see people asking me money, if anyone in my family or like anyone I'm in a relationship with, if they ask me for money, I kind of see it as like, man, they must be kind of desperate for money right now. Maybe they really need. So I don't want them to feel the pressure, that stress to pay me back later. I just want to like give it to them, be like, you know what, like, take care of what you have to do, and just don't worry about paying me back. Actually, a lot of people, yeah, this person borrowed like this much money from me. They owe me this much. I'm like, when are they paying you back? And they're like, I don't know. Well, it's been almost a year, like, you should probably ask them, you know? I think I'm the type of person, I don't know. I used to be a person where, let's say if I let my friend borrow like $50, and it's been over like a month, I'll be like, oh, you know, like, I don't know if I should ask her. Like, I don't want to bother her too much. Like, I feel bad, or she can't, you know, where she's still having a hard time. I used to be that kind of person, but now I feel like more of like, yo, like, hello, where's my money, you know? So, like, I feel like the older you get, you become more blunt. Like, no, it's like, I gotta do my thing. Like, it has to be done. So I'm not gonna hold back. I'm just gonna do it when I can. But I think it really depends on why they need the money. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think when people ask you for amount, if your friends ask you for money, would you ask them what it's for? Personally, I think it really depends how much I know the person. If I don't know them, if my friend, like, if I don't know that person that well, I'll be like, what do you need it for? You know, like, and if they say, oh, I got a plastic surgery, I'm like, fuck no, you know? But if it's like my good friend, like, I know her, I know him, and if they ask me for a large amount of money, if I have it, I'll be like, okay, here. But honestly, borrow money, such a like really like bad feeling. Like, hate it. If you're ever gonna borrow money, go borrow from the bank. Like, get a loan. Because if you like borrow from your friend, this things don't really work out. I've seen so many people they let their friend borrow, you know, they give money to their friend and they don't pay back. They just stop talking to each other after they get the money. And you really get to know the person really well. And sometimes it's pretty disappointing, you know. If someone asks you, okay, like if my friend asks me, can I borrow $50? I'm like, sure, here, you know, just pay me back whatever you want. And he pays back, whatever, and like next week, he's like, hey, yo, can I borrow like $55? You'll be like, oh, again? Like, okay, sure, I guess. I mean, you paid me back, so here. And then if that friend keeps doing that, it no longer becomes a favor. You know, when you're asking someone for money, especially a friend, it's a favor that they're doing for you. But, you know, if they keep doing that every week, every month, it's just like, dude, like, what's up? Like, you know, like, if you need money, get some loan, ask someone else. Like, you can't keep coming to me. And that's when you know that they're taking advantage of you. And there are some people that can't say no. they're really bad at saying no. Like, especially Tom, he's a type who's like, oh, okay, sure, you know, fine. And he's like that. He's so bad at saying no. But for me, literally, like, after, if I even like hint, and if I'm a little bit suspicious of someone asking me money or anything, I am not afraid to say no. And I feel like that's why me and my boyfriend work really well, because sometimes, like, you know, I say no for him, and like if I'm in a position where like I can't be that like black and white, you know, like we kind of like work together. So I think we work really well. But when I see Tom, sometimes I'm like, dude, like, just say no. You know, you gotta do your thing. Like, you gotta live your life. Yeah, I'm not saying that helping is bad. Of course not. But sometimes we just gotta say no and let them figure out a different way. They can't always come to you and help, you know. But I just feel like whenever I think about the time that like me and my friend, like the whole apartment thing happened, I like regret it. There are like moments I'm laying down about to sleep and like I just think about it. Like, oh, why did I let that happen? Why did that have to happen for like our relationship to, like, you know, like I know it's kind of uncomfortable talking to her. You know, like, not that like I don't think it's like I hate her, we hate each other. I don't hate her. Maybe she hates me, but for me it's just like, okay, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just different now. Our friendship is different now. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another great recipe. I think there's another like content or like different type of video I want to add to my channel, but I'm not sure when I will actually upload that. But I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting my different types of videos on like the ASMR and my short films and stuff like that. So I really would appreciate it. I thank you guys so much, and for my 200,000 subscribers, me and my boyfriend will do a special video for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.